Mixed martial artist. I mean, when I look at you, George, in the UFC, there are fighters and there are martial artists. And you were always a martial artist. And for people that might not even understand what that means, what does that mean to you? Because it's not just fighting, it's almost a way of life, inside, outside the cage. We watch you now on Instagram. You still, you still conduct your life like a martial artist, really.
Yeah, I train. I don't only train because I have a competition ahead of me. I train because that's the way I live. I like to feel good in my own skin, and if you feel good, you do good. So yeah, a lot of guys, they train only because they have competition. These guys are fighters. I'm not a fighter, and on top of that, I never really liked to fight. I was just fortunate. I was very good at it. And I started at a very young age and had an incredible journey through my career. I met an amazing mentor. And I did it, not because I liked to fight, because of what the fighting gave me. The freedom, of course, the money, all the access of things that most of people doesn't have. And yeah, so it was not about fighting. I was never excited about fighting. I was excited about winning and getting the result of what you're taking the risk for.
Now, most people, this won't make any sense, but also I think the Diaz brothers said the same thing. They both said they hate fighting, and yet all we do is see footage of you guys beating other people up. Like, how can you explain that to a normal person?
And I had a lot of problem about that, because I at one point in my career, I used to look at a lot of my training partner. They always told me, "Oh, George, you love to fight. Stop lying to us." And I was like, "No, I really don't." And it seems to me that I was more stressed than everybody else in the room, in the locker room before a fight. I was always asking myself, "What the hell I'm doing here?" And I saw many sports psychologists, and most of them, they told me, "George, don't say you're afraid. You're excited." And I was like, man, excited? I don't know what it means. I mean, I'm excited if I see a beautiful naked woman. I'm excited if I have fast for 3 days and I'm about to eat my favorite dish. I'm excited if it's minus 20 degrees in Montreal and next week I'm going on vacation. I will be excited. I'm not excited to go in a cage and maybe being humiliated. I'm not excited about that. I'm scared, and I'm not afraid to say that I'm afraid. And that's the thing. In everybody's job, everybody has a job. Most people love their job. Some people does not love their job. It's impossible to love your job 100%. So the best way I can explain it, I'm a fighter. I fight in average in the later years of my career, maybe 1 or twice a year. There's 365 days in a year. The worst days of the years are the days that I fight, because I don't like to fight. It's very stressful. But if you put that in perspective of a percentage, it's less than 1% in a way. So my job I like my job because, what I don't like, it's only less than 1%. Most people, some of them don't like 5, 10, maybe 25% of their job. So it's not that bad, actually. Bigger the risk, bigger the reward.
Right. So you enjoy the training, the discipline, even though it's a challenge, and then that 1 or 2 times a year you have to go in and put it all on the line. And if that's the sacrifice for everything else you get, you're willing to do it.
That's the price to pay to have the life that I have, to have the freedom, to be able to, to hang out with my friend, eat, and do whatever I want. I have no boss. I am my own boss. If I work hard and I make the right decision, I'll get good result. If I'm lazy and I don't want to, I'm cutting the corners, so to speak, I'm going to see it in my result. So that's what I love about that life of a martial artist.